If you are thinking to move to Lehigh Acres, Florida, and you want to know what's going to be happening with Lehigh Acres, Florida, what to expect, and what's going to be in 5 years happening here in Lehigh Acres, Florida, this is video for you. So stay tuned to the end so you can find out all the information about Lehigh Acres, Florida. And if you have any questions during this video, please comment below or shoot me a text message or email or give me a phone call. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. So are you guys ready? Are you guys excited as I am talking about Lehigh Acres, Florida? Because this town is underrated, because nobody really, everybody's complaining about it and they're like, I don't want to move to Lehigh Acres, Florida because of this and this and that and all about negative. As human beings, we all are attracted to negative things and we want to see all the negative things. Now, let me tell you news. The news is this. If you take 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago, Cape Coral was the same position as Lehigh Acres today. Nobody want to move there, especially they know the areas. But let me tell you the secret about Lehigh Acres, Florida. Before we dive in, let me tell you more about myself. Hey, my name is Alek Petrov. I am here, your local realtor in Lehigh Acres, Florida, Fort Myers, Southwest Florida, period. We have a team of agents from Sarasota all down to Naples. So if you're looking for any of those cities, give me a call. And that is, if you don't know, the Southwest Florida is Sarasota, right? Port Charlotte, Northport, Venice, Nokomis, the list goes on, Punta Gorda, Lehigh Acres, Florida, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, I think Mary said it right. Fort Myers, Estera, Bonita, Naples, Marco Island, Sanibel, Captiva, North Captiva, Boca Grande. So it's all this Southwest Florida. Take Sarasota all the way down. That is Southwest Florida. Anyway, I'd be more happy to answer any questions, but let's dive into this video because I am super excited to share the information that I found out today, and I will share it with every single one of you guys that are watching. Get your popcorn ready and let's dive in. First, what I want to say is kind of put us in geographic map for us to understand where the Lehigh Acres, Florida located. So if you take 75 and 95 highway, right? So you have one goes on the west coast, one goes on the east coast. And then you obviously have Highway 4 and you have I-10. Anyway, it's 75 and you go east in 75, the Fort Myers and your west side of 75, and you have the east side is Lehigh Acres, Florida. You gotta drive a little bit inland past the Fort Myers and it's gonna be on Lee Boulevard, which is cuts right through the middle of Lehigh Acres, Florida. So your main road is gonna be Lee Boulevard, right? That Lee Boulevard, and down the road it turns into a Joe Boulevard, which shoots up to 80. The 80 is the north side of Lee, which even though Lehigh Acres doesn't get to the 80 because there is a Fort Myers and Buckingham it's that corner, north side of it. But the furthest street is the 75th Street West. That's gotta be on top, the north side of Lehigh Acres, Florida. And down you shoot down is gonna be Highway 82. That is your south side of Florida, which is closer to the airport that everybody knows, the Fort Myers International Airport. You heard me right, it's International Airport. But let me tell you about Lehigh Acres, Florida. Here below in the description of this video, I'll put a link for you guys so you can see the development of the city, where it's going, what's happening, what's getting built out. See the history of Cape Coral, Lehigh. You have two builders that came out here and they want to kind of develop the Cape Coral and Lehigh. So if you look on a map from the bird's eye, you will see the Cape Coral and Lehigh. It's the same outline, the canals, all the system is the same, right? You have the street numbers and you have the name numbers. It's different than Fort Myers. If you're in Fort Myers, it's gonna be a whole different layout. Anyway, let me tell you, the north side and the south side, it's the areas that is getting developed the most at the moment. There is on the Buckingham Road, right by the recycling place, they're building a huge area of a bunch of homes getting developed out there as well, which kind of right on the border of Lehigh and the Fort Myers. But 82, everything that along the 82, it's all commercial zoning. What does that mean, commercial zoning? That means it's gonna be stores down the road. It's gonna be a bunch of stores, Walmart, Target, mini malls, right? They are building it out. Same things on Highway 80 on the north side. there is that in Harley County, it's going to be building the motocross track that's going to be attracting a lot of people into that area. And so what happened is when they were developing Cape Coral, they kind of changed a bunch of zonings into residential. Now, when everybody's immigrating there and everybody's coming to Cape Coral, the biggest issue, you have no stores. You have no place where you can put nice big stores which need commercial landing. And that's Lehigh Acres. They're like, oh, listen, we're gonna learn from that mistake when we were developing Cape Coral. We're not gonna do it here in Lehigh Acres, Florida, which is super cool and very convenient for everybody who's gonna be moving to Lehigh Acres, Florida, because it is next future Cape Coral. Be honest with you guys. I'm being transparent with you guys, and if you haven't got a lot here, if you haven't got a house here, you might want to jump on this wagon before it spike everything up and go crazy. Highway 82 is Del Prado right there, Corkscrew, but Corkscrew is not in Lehigh Acres. It's more down south. But you should cross and get to Fort Myers. Super easy, very convenient. Airport, if you are nearby 82, you are right by the airport, probably like 15 minutes. Guys, listen, check out the link that I'm going to put in the description, because I talk about it and I explain more. You will see all those different developments. And guys, and what I want to say is this: nobody thought this. There was Starbucks closer to Home Depot in the area. There's new Starbucks now on Lee Boulevard, right? Nobody even thought about that. And there's stores coming up almost every single month. You have new activities happening in Lehigh Acres, Florida. So this city is going to get developed pretty fast. And trust me, a lot of people, especially after Hurricane Ian, when FEMA changed out a lot of regulations, and in some areas, a lot of local people are pissed because their home never got flooded. But now FEMA came out in November 17 and they say all these areas is flood zone. And now people that are on retirement and they get their retirement money, they go like, we can't afford $9,000 for the flood insurance. So they're forced to sell their home in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and kind of move into Lehigh Acres. So you see all these people are moving out because Lehigh Acres, Florida, it is now flood zone. There is some lots are in flood zone, so you might want to be careful. So don't take my word for it. You definitely get it. Reach out to a local real estate agent that they can tell you exactly, and check the FEMA map. Be sure those lots not in the flood zone, right? So guys, listen. Lehigh Acres, Florida. I know there's a lot of negative things out there in social media, the internet, but don't listen to those things, because this area especially, yes, of course you're gonna have some areas gonna be bad areas. Of course there's gonna be some shooting and stuff like that, and negative things happening, but every city has that. You cannot run away from that. And there is those bad apples, and at the end of the day, they're there, and we can't run away from it. But I'm telling you, if you are looking to invest into something, Lehigh Acres, Florida, that'll be your next home for you, or your next investment is gonna be right here. And I would say stay north or stay south. That's the best area. We're not gonna make a mistake. Or get to Joe Boulevard, because that area is gonna get developed. Especially all the motocross coming there in Henry County, right off the 80 Palm Beach Boulevard, which then you can do rentals. You can do crazy rentals on VRBO, and when there's gonna be any tours happening, any events happening at that specific facility. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video to the end. And if you want to know more about Lehigh Acres, Florida, watch my other videos as well on my channel. Check them out. There's homes and tours. I'm talking about it and explain more about Lehigh Acres, Florida. But I want to do this video really quick because I've been hearing so much negative and so much positive. And I went out in the streets and I talked to a bunch of local people, and they all told me, listen, Lehigh Acres, Florida, it is next Cape Coral, Florida. And if you're thinking to move to Cape Coral, Florida, check it out, Lehigh, because you get more for your buck. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you think this video was helpful for you, and share this anybody that wants to move to Lehigh Acres, Florida, or want to invest. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. It is free. I'm not going to charge you for any of my time. I'd be more than happy to explain and break it down for you. And if I can help in any way, I'd be more than happy to do so. Anyway, give me a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to know more about South Florida. And if you have any comments, if you have any questions about South Florida, any cities here in this area, comment below, give me a call, schedule a call with me as well on my calendar. Be more happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much. Peace out.